Hello, my name is Mia, and I was invited to the LSM prayer conference by a friend that I go to Bible study with. At first, I didn't really think about it, and then she kept reminding me, and I felt like we should really go. And then she told me that her and her friends are praying for us. I really enjoyed the service. It really reminded me of how I grew up. I was born in Russia, so there was a lot of reverence in the church, reverence for Christ. It wasn't so laid back, which I really appreciate that now. The way the service was conducted, it just made me feel like there was this respect and reverence for God. I really enjoyed the worship in different languages, and even though I didn't know how to speak the language, I could still tune in and understand and pray in the spirit and sing along in the spirit. And so when Joyce came on the stage and started preaching, I was just so excited and so encouraged by her message. She had said a lot of things that really resonated with me and restored hope. If that was the only thing I could take away, that was enough. She had mentioned how the Lord will restore things that were lost and restore the years, and that really resonated with what has been going on in my life. And it might seem super minor, but I know that the Lord cares about those lost years that I think were lost, and that He will restore them back to me. So that was really beautiful. Joyce has actually pointed out not to speak out the negative things or the negative problems in our life, but to prophesy over them. And I have never heard anyone say that before, and I took that to my prayer life now. I prophesy over them. I prophesy over the dry bones versus complain to God about what's going on or complain about the problems. So I just speak over the problems, and I really appreciated that. And when Joyce called people to come forward for prayer, at first I hesitated, and I really had to go use the restroom. And then when I came back into the sanctuary, I immediately felt just this presence, like, okay, like there is something happening here. And then I saw my friend Amanda standing in the front, and I just felt this pull to come forward and receive for her and receive for myself. And I had no expectations. And so when it was our turn to get prayed for, Amanda got prayer first. And it was such a powerful thing to hear Joyce pray over her and just observe Amanda, and just how everything was resonating with her and how she was receiving it, and the spiritual and just with her physical body. To me, that was so powerful to witness, just for my friend to get ministered to. And so once she got done praying for her, Amanda got slain in the spirit, and she fell on the floor. And then it was my turn. And so I feel like I was already spiritually just open to receive. And I don't even know what Joyce was praying for, but I remembered that she was praying for all the hateful things to be cast off, and she was breaking off all the hate from my life. And I had been struggling with self-hate in the last few years, and especially now in this season. And so that was really, really powerful. So I'm so glad that Joyce was there as a vessel to minister to me in that way. And I know she prayed for a lot of other things, and so I could not remember them, but I know I was receiving, and I know that she was battling for me on my behalf. And I also just fell backwards, and all I could feel at first was just this peace. And I heard the word, just rest now, just rest now. And I was after that, I was just resting, and I think I was letting go of something, because I started shaking and I started laughing, and my body just felt so light and just so unburdened, I would say. And I just felt at peace, and I don't even know how to describe it, just physically felt light, just like I was healthy and whole again. And yeah, so I was resting in that for some time. After that, my friend Amanda and I tried to get up and we couldn't, and so we had our husbands go get our children. After that, my husband came in with our kids, and I just looked back at my children, and one of them had peed himself, and I just immediately felt the shame that he was feeling. And I turned around and I told them, there is no shame, no more shame. And it just broke my heart, because sometimes I feel like we parent them out of shame. And I felt like I need to start speaking life into them and not to shame them. Yeah, after the service, we had food, and then my husband actually got a prayer as well. He had gone into the sanctuary by himself, and then I had come back to see he's getting prayed for. And when I went back inside into the sanctuary, I felt the presence of God. Just immediately from when I stepped into the sanctuary from the hallway, it's just this peaceful, just most shalom peace I've ever felt in a room. And it was just so beautiful. And just the way that Joyce prayed over my husband and the things that she was able to discern on his behalf. And I know that they really resonated with me and with him and with our family. So I'm so grateful for this conference, and I wish that I could go again and again, but I will be joining online so I could experience and partake in the intercessory prayer. So I'm very grateful to God that we got to go, and that my friend just simply invited us, and it was such a beautiful service. And my children kept asking me if we could go back to the church to play with the kids, because they really loved the children.